domestic violence laws are being abused far more than they are used. Some say at a 10-to-1 ratio. Fathers are necessary to create a good outcome. And again, this isn't a father's rights issue. This is a children's rights issue. And DSS and CPS is essentially incompetent. We have 20-year-old kids with practically no training making decisions to take children out of homes from experienced and fit parents every single day. This is large government gone crazy. There are conspiracies, and there is corruption, but a term I have coined is corruptracy. A corruptracy is a bureaucracy with many layers, and each individual layer further distorts the initial goal, which may have been good, for its own self-interest, so that by the time a good goal, for instance, maybe collecting child support on a parent that abandoned a family is a good goal, but by the time it goes through 6 or 10 or 15 layers of government, each layer distorting that original intent further for its own self-interest just a little bit, that noble goal comes out an evil result. We've got to get away from the gender battles with unity. We've got to get away from the splintering of the groups that the enemy, which unfortunately are all these government institutions that are incentivized by money, want to happen. We need strategic planning and best practices to be shared with communications between the group. The FRPA, or the Family Preservation and Reconciliation Act, is a wonderful first step. But if judges do not obey the law today, we need more than that. My judge broke the law 36 times in my case. And because I kept pointing that out, I'm not seeing my children today. We need accountability for judges. Total immunity causes corruption. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And there is no better example of this than our family court judges today. What's happening is a crisis. It's a Holocaust. Parental alienation should become a crime. Whether it's a parent, a judge, or a government official forcing a parent out of the life of a children, it should be a crime with jail time. We need education of judges. This is also about ignorance. These people are trained by the former, older judges, and they're still living in the 1960s. We've got $1.8 billion in domestic violence funds going to programs that brainwash judges and supply a corrupt system of creating claims of violence when there are none. We've got hard data on all of this stuff. Domestic violence happens in 0.5% of homes every year. Yet we see 20, 30, 40% of divorces having some kind of claim of fear or domestic violence to kick in those laws to take away homes and children because it's profitable for the system. The older I get, the smarter our forefounders look. If Lincoln were here today, and Jefferson and Washington, they would be part of this movement and this cause. Because it is clear that what's happening is driven by money, not principle. In fact, if you read their quotes, you will find that they thought the judicial system was what would eventually ruin this country. And it has. Slowly, over the last 3 decades, the judicial system has had all the checks and balances that were put in place by our forefounders eroded and or taken away. The Constitution says we can have a trial by jury on any argument over $20. We do not get a trial by jury when they take away our family, our children, our homes, and our future income for up to 23 years. It's time to take back our family. We have a right to equal participation in our children's lives, and they have the right to have two parents. We know for a scientific fact that this is what's best for children, and what judges claim is in the best interest of the children is not. It's in the best interest of lawyers and a government system that is getting bigger and bigger every day because it is profiteering. I know because you're here today, and all the people here yesterday, that are getting back to their jobs, that you're going to be active participants, not observers in this. I'm just a dad, but I'm a dad with millions of other dads that are going to tear down this system. This is a hidden crime against humanity. And the root cause of it is a system that is corrupt and driven by money. We know that most crime, mental health, and teen pregnancy can be traced to sole custody homes. 80% of the people in prison today come from fatherless homes. The statistics are all there, and anyone that reads it will come to the same conclusions. We've created a fatherless generation, and we've created crime, gangs, teen pregnancy, enormous amounts of social pathology. This country was founded to get away from tyranny. A tyranny is where the government itself doesn't expect or respect its own laws. You can go into family court today, and as a trained court watcher, I can see a violation of the law every 5 to 10 minutes. These judges in family court, as crazy as it sounds, are the most prolific criminals outside of jails today. They are ignoring our laws completely. We founded this country to get away from a legal system where the king's interests were represented by the esquires. Today we have the government's interests represented by the legal profession, the esquires. We have gone full circle, and history has repeated itself. The U.S. Constitution does not allow this, and it is being ignored and eroded every day. It's time to take our rights back as we the people, and today is the beginning of the end of this evil system. Thank you very much.
All right. God bless America.